Good morning, Year 1, and welcome to the final day of our English lessons for week 4. So today you're going to be thinking about more questions and answering them based on the text that you're going to read to your grown-ups. So before we do that though, we've got another day looking at different conjunctions. So when you're ready, start the video again and we'll get going. Okay, so the last fortnight we've been looking at conjunctions in the great outdoors, and today we're going to see how well you can now use them. So, to use conjunctions correctly is our aim. Over the last 2 weeks in grammar we've been using a range of conjunctions. Can you remember the simple conjunctions we used first? Have a go at writing some of those down or telling your grown-up. And when you're ready, grown-ups, start the video again. We had and, or, but, so, because, and if. We also use some conjunctions of time, which are also called time connectives. Can you think some of these? So conjunctions that are about time. Here they are: when, while, after, before, and during. And finally, we looked at what are called subordinating conjunctions. Can you think of some of these? These are the last set of conjunctions we used. Here they are: until, although, unless, since, once. Okay, so the task I want you to do today is this. And Donkey is asking you, choose the correct conjunctions to make the sentences make sense. Okay, so there's a selection of 6 conjunctions down here, and one of them fits best in each of the sentences. So it's up to you how many of the sentences you do, you and your grown-up, but when you're ready, we'll have a look at making these sentences make sense. So pause the video now and start it again when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, well done Year 1, I bet you worked really hard at those. How did you find them? Let's find out what you found out. So we went to the beach, it was sunny. When it was sunny, does that make sense? We can't go swimming unless it stops raining. We enjoyed rock pooling, eating our ice creams. What goes there? And we often go walking, although it sometimes rains. We use the stepping stones. The river was deep. Because the river was deep. And then the last one, Mum said we could go rock pooling or swimming in the sea. Right, so well done. So that's using the conjunctions to make sentences make sense. And also you're looking at writing much longer sentences because of this, which is something you'll be working on in Year 2. Okay, so today I've got 5 sections of the book that I want you to think of a question and write an answer with. Now the question hands are back up for you. And if you've already got a question that links to one of these pages in your KW grid that you did on Monday, then you could go back and write that answer there. And you could, if you wanted to, write these questions there. And at the end of today's lesson, you're going to have a go at writing some of the things you've already learnt. So let's have a look. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to pause the video. Grown-ups, if possible, get your child to read the text. But if you need to help them, that's absolutely fine. Then choose a question and think about the answer to it. You can either write the answer on the page now or write it at the end on your L grid that you'll see. That's the last slide of today's lesson. So, over to you. So do exactly the same with this page. Choose a question, read the text, or have the text read to you, and then choose a question. Same with this text. Read, question. And the same again. And the same again. Okay, so now you've done all your questions, what you could do is you could create a thought web, giving your answers around what we've learnt about the great outdoors. And I've done it in the middle, but you could do it as a title. You could just write a list down like that to complete the KWL grid if you prefer. It's completely up to you. How you organise it, what you write down as facts is completely up to you. So that's the end of today's lesson, and we'll have another set of work, our last week's work for the summer, are available next week.